Hi friends, welcome back to Coffee and Cocktails. On this channel, I like to talk about budgeting, personal finance, planning, and productivity. I'm working to pay off debt, invest wisely for my future, and put myself in a better financial position. If that sounds like something you'd like, please subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Welcome back, friends. Today we are doing some unstuffing and some condensing, which are some of my favorite videos to do because I love doing the condensing because then I feel like I'm making progress towards my goals, which I just love that feeling. It makes me feel productive. So to start out, I've got over here some placeholders. So I've got a bunch of different placeholders to use. I just pulled them all out. Anything from 100 to 5,000. I just pulled out, so we've got those there to use for the condensing part. But for the unstuffing, I have $50 in just like a mixture of bills. So I've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. So $50 that I can use to make change for any of the unstuffing that I need to do. So let's put this here, get that ready. All right, so I also have over here my card spending sheet. And so this has all the expenses that I have to unstuff. So this is the basically last 2 weeks of May. And I actually have a couple transactions up here from groceries, one from April 27th and one from May 1st, and then these ones. So what I've gone ahead and done was just add it up. So I like to figure out exactly how much I spent for each category. And so I totaled up the groceries. So like here I've got the 152.70, I've got 62 and a few others. So I totaled it up. I put the total here. And I did that for each of the categories that I spent money in. And then I determine how much cash I take out of my envelopes. So I will either round up or round down, just depending on, you know, what the change amount is. Like this one's 81.95, so obviously I'm going to round up to 82 in cash. So I will unstuff $82 from my envelope. And so then the leftover change is what I call the honey pot, which I'm not like actually taking out physical change. So it's all like virtual and I just track it on my computer. And so that's kind of just the difference between what I actually spent and then the cash I'm taking out. And so this is all spending that I did either like online or on my card. Like if I go to Costco, I usually use my card just because, you know, Costco's kind of crazy sometimes and so many different categories. Bought Angels tickets, that was online. Some budgeting stuff, that was online. Charging for my car, all that stuff's online. So a lot of that is what these expenses are. So let's go ahead and get started. So I made a check mark here to make sure I noted that I included it in my total. So overall, we're going to take out $634 from spending. So let's start with the groceries because that has the most transactions and the most amount that we're taking out. So we're taking out $304, which hopefully you can still see. Yeah, okay. So we're going to take out $304 in cash from groceries, which I think is pretty much everything that's in here. There's $307. So we're going to take out this $100 from my savings account or from my checking account. And then 50 to 20, 40, 60, 80, 93. And we will take 4 and put back a 1. So I'm just gonna put that here so I remember. It was in my checking account, so it's fine. I don't need to like transfer anything, but I just want to remember that. So that's 1, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, and 5, and then we took 1, or put back 1. So we are good there. And I'm just gonna make a note that we started with 50 in cash so I don't forget. All right, and then what I'm going to do is highlight the ones that we've completed. And that's my way to remember that it's been unstuffed. So So for example, those ones were not highlighted because I wasn't able to do that last time. So that's just how I keep track of that. Groceries. Yep. And that's definitely the most I've spent in groceries in a month in a long time. I had gotten kind of low. So yeah, that's what's left. All right, what is today? So today is the 31st. So 304. Yep, and we've got $3 left. It's not very much, but I'm gonna be gone most of June anyway, so I don't need to really get groceries there. So we should be okay. Charging is also in here, so let's go to that. The envelope says gas, but I got an electric vehicle, so now it's charging. So we're gonna take out 40. Let's take these 10s. Yeah, let's take the 10s. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Easy peasy. So that now has 50, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 74 left. Minus 40. Perfect. Okay. All right. So next is consumables, which is in my a noir binder. So household consumables, what did I purchase? I think it was toilet paper. Yeah, so I bought toilet paper and paper plates at Costco. So that's what is coming out of consumables, which is going to be $43. So I think what I'm going to do is 55. And we will put back 12, right? 55 minus 43, yep, 12. Which we can do 10, 11, 12. So 77 minus 43. And I've got a calculator over here. I'm just calculating just to make sure I have the correct amount. So it should be 34. So we took out 43. So let's double check. We've got 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 34. After I unstuff, I'm going to do some condensing where I will just go through my envelopes, take out any bills that I can to take back to the bank, and I'll replace those with placeholders. But then I will also just kind of condense the envelopes into smaller bills. It's like less bills. Durables, we're taking out 21. So that's perfect. We've got 21. So there should be 65. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. Perfect. Awesome. What did I buy for durables? Oh, I bought a pan at Costco. All right, 3 more categories. Entertainment, stationery, and gifts. I think, okay, here's entertainment. So we are taking 87, there is 94. So 50, 70, 80. So it'll be 50, 70, 80, 90. And then we will put $3 back, which is exactly what we have. So perfect. So 50, 70, 80, 90. Perfect. It's 87. So let's just make sure that was for Angels tickets. I live in Southern California, so the Angels are the closest team. Because I'm not in LA, I'm in Orange County. So the Angels are the closest team here. They're not my favorite team. My favorite team is the Minnesota Twins, because that's where I'm from originally, but I've kind of adopted the Angels while I live here, because I mean, why not? So there should be 7 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is correct. All right. A lot of ones there. The game was fun. It was Disney Day, so that was fun. The Angels did not score the entire game, but it was still fun to go to. They had Stitch from Lilo and Stitch dressed up there, so that was fun. All right, stationery and gifts, I think are both in here. All right, gifts. We're taking out 58. This is from Mother's Day. I need another tracker. Let me grab one. All right. So this is one of my trackers. They are available in my Etsy shop. So let me put on here gifts and birthdays. And what did we say we're taking? 58. So 75 minus 58. So there should be 17 left after we do this. 55, 78. So 55, 6, 7, and $8. 5, 50. So that leaves us with 10, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. And I will get rid of this. All right. And last one will be stationery, which we're pretty much unstuffing all of that as well. So we're taking out 82. So 20, 40, 60, 85 is what is in there. 86 is what's in there. Perfect. So we'll take out 85 and give it back 3. 20, 40, 60, 85. And that will leave $4. Perfect. And just like that, it is all gone. That's all we have to unstuff, so that's good. That was not a lot of expenses. So, not bad, not bad. All right, perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's see, let's condense anything we have in this envelope that we can. I think that was okay, but I think, let's see, self-care, can I condense? Nope, I cannot. This one I can. Makeup and skincare is 30, so let's do, swap these for 20. So I've got 30 there, just to make it less bills. That's good. That's all that's got. I think this one, yeah. So it's 7 and 1, so let's do a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a 5 back for entertainment. I know there's some envelopes where I need to unstuff money to take back to the bank. So that's why I've got all these placeholders here. So we'll do that in a minute. I'll leave the ones for fun. Like that little breakdown. Clothing just has the 10 durables. Okay, let's swap this for 2 20s. So this is durables. It now has 65. consumables, we can do a little condensing as well. Let's do a 20. There we go. That was consumables, 34. Yes, correct. Let's see. Nope, nothing really there. Yeah, nothing there. All right, so that's it for this envelope, or this binder, I should say. I'll double check my wallet, but I don't think there's really much to condense here because I kind of used a lot of it. Oops. Yeah, groceries is empty. Dining out, let's see. Let's see, let's swap these 4 10s for 2 20s. Whoops. So we've got 46, so 146 still for dining out. Coffee, 35. Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Let's do, I don't need the ones in coffee, I don't think. I feel like usually, because if I'm reloading my app, I do that, it'll be in increments of 5. The only time I would need less is if I'm purchasing coffee, because I also use this envelope for like coffee that I buy at the store, which I usually buy at Costco, but I have enough right now, so I don't need any. 1 2 3 4 5. So let's swap out 5 10 15 16 17 18 19 20. Perfect. 20. So we've still got 35 in coffee. And then gas and charging I think is fine as it is. Yep. All right. So then let's go. Oh, it's so much lighter. Let's go into some long-term sinking funds. And pretty sure I need to do some condensing and swapping for placeholders in here. So let's see, annual subs has 100, 200 in the bank already, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, so 300. So we can do a placeholder for this, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. What kind of placeholder? Do I have that one available? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. So let's do one of those. Actually, I've got this one over here from earlier. I'll swap it. I like them to match as much as possible when it's in an envelope. So this will go back to the bank. So I'm going to mark it down here. So annual subs is getting another 100. And I will show you how I keep track of what's in my bank account, because I do put it all in my high yield savings account. So it's all in one place, but I do just keep track of it on a tracker here. I'm going to swap out this 5 because it's all janky looking. All right. So we've still got 306 in annual subscriptions. Oh, I wasn't going to swap this out because I have a subscription due in June. Oh well, that's okay. I'll figure it out. Car insurance. I know this can be condensed a bit too. Yeah, okay. So what do we have here? So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 81. I'm gonna change this too because it's really gonna bug me. All right, and then 20, 40, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do a 50 and a 10 for this $60. All right. So this is auto insurance. So we did another 100. And that'll go back to the bank. So auto insurance has 500, 600, 700, 50, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct. Perfect. So less cash, or like less thickness here, and then the money goes back to the bank and starts working and earning interest. Auto registration. Let's see. So 20, 40, 60. Ooh, let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And again, we will put a placeholder for that. And so that time for auto registration. That's 100. So auto registration has 100, 200, 300, 400 in the bank, and 10. So 410. This is due in November, so I've got quite some time to keep saving up. Work trips. We'll do a placeholder for this 100. Let's do that one. And then do a 50 for this. 20, 40, 45, 50. And there's a 5. So 155 in work trips. So for placeholders, we just have the 100. Yep, still 155. All right, vacation. Oops. All right, so we've got the 500, 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, so 50, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Yeah, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. So vacations, oops. Also getting a $100 placeholder. 100. There's one that I'm super excited to stuff. That's my savings challenges, so that'll be at the end. But vacation has 600 in the bank and $10 in cash, so 610 for vacation. I think, let's see, we can put a 20 in here at least. So we will swap this for a 20. I think all these 20s are kind of gross. All right, so 25 in renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. I do rent right now. I'm saving up to hopefully purchase a house within, I don't know, the next year or so, but we will see. All right, let's go into the white binder. See what we've got. Disney, we can do a 50. Let's do this. 20, 40, 45, 50. That 5 is gross. I'm just gonna put that in the back. All right, so 55 in Disney. I think that's still 23. All right, Christmas. I think we can maybe do something. Let's see. Well, we can do 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. Ooh, oh, I got a couple of 50s left. That one looks nicer. So 150 in Christmas. Oops. Ah, go in. There we try is empty. This one feels pretty thick, so I think we can do something here. I also have quite a few placeholders. So those are all placeholders. Okay, so let's do 50, 70, 80, 100. So we'll do a $100 placeholder. What is its MVC? 100. And actually, I'll take this, but I think we can swap the placeholders actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 400, so 500 in placeholders. So I'm going to swap these for just a $500 placeholder. So put those here, and let's see. Undo that one. Cute. All right, so we still have 500, 20, 40, and 2. So 542, which is correct. That just makes it a lot thinner with just the one placeholder. Medical is condensed. That's, oh, and so this is the tracker. So once I figure out all these placeholders that I'm writing down, I will go through and update my tracker here. This is just with a wet erase marker, so I can just wipe it off and update it, and that way I can keep track of the amount that I have in my high yield savings account that is like allocated to each of my sinking funds. So I will do that after we kind of finish up everything here. So lastly is my savings challenges, which I'm super excited to do. So let's see. The ABC challenges I do not condense. My monthly, I know I finished the May, so we need to swap out some placeholders here. So this should be 200, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. So 200, and I think instead of grabbing those, I'm pretty sure I can change this. So let me just write 200. So, yep, so we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and then plus the 200 would be 1,000. So I'm gonna take this back and put a $1,000 placeholder in there. Let's see. Here we go. Cute, cute, cute. So now we've got $1,000 placeholder. And put that back there. And I've got my June challenge ready to go. But it has 1,000 for my monthly. All right. Let's see if we can condense anything for the $100 or $1,000. I mean, I could do 20, I guess. We'll just do a 20 for this. So 125 still for our $1,000 savings challenge. Actually, I want to swap out this 100. I'm just going to swap the placeholder. All right, the 2025 challenge. I know that has some, because we only have one placeholder in here for 100, but I think there's like 300. So we've got one, so 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 65, 75, 80. Okay, so we can do 200 at least. So we need the 80. Okay, so this should be 200. Let's check. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, and 200. Perfect. So 200. I didn't realize how many, like, I don't know, 20s, 10s, and 5s there were. 200. We'll do paper ones so that they match. So this is 200 for 2025. So we still have 385, or 80, sorry, 380. Just makes it so much smaller. All right, now this one, I'm gonna come to that one in a second. I'm gonna finish this one. So the mini challenge, it has $8 right now. Might as well put a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5. I'll put a 5 for the mini. All right, and then the challenge I am looking the most forward to is my 5K challenge, because I finished it this week with my cash stuffing. So that is completely done. So I'm gonna I don't need this anymore, so get rid of that. But this should be 5,000. So we've already got some placeholders here. We've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 500 in the bank. So this should be 500. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, and 5. Perfect. So 500 for the 5K challenge. 5K, 500. Which also means I can put a $5,000 placeholder instead of all these. So I'm going to put these back and have a 5K placeholder here. So I'm going to put that in here, and that as that one. So I did order an envelope for my house down payment, because that's what this is going towards. Got my down payment savings challenge in here, but I ordered a envelope that says like home sweet home, I think, on it. So that will go in there once I receive it, and then this will go back to being an envelope for a savings challenge. But for now, we've got that there, so that's exciting. And that one we did already. Okay, cool. So that is all the condensing. So now I just need to add up how much this is going to be. So we are taking quite a bit back from the savings challenges, or not savings challenges, but just in general to our savings. So that's fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 plus 400 plus 500. So $1,500 in placeholders. So we should have 1,500 plus 635, which will be 2,135, and plus then we had that extra 50, 185. So we should have 2,185 here in cash, except we did have the 100 placeholder, so it'll be $2,085. So let's just double check that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. 51, 52, 5,300. All right, 20s. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60. So 760. What did I do? Okay, 760, 51, 52, 53. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't know. I must have hit something. All right, 10s. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400. Looking good so far. All right, fives. We have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10. Okay, so this should be $15. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. $2,085. And then we have the $100 placeholder. Oh, whoops. It was $2,085 and plus the $100 placeholder. So $2,185. So perfect. So $2,085 in cash. And so I will be taking this $2,085 back to the bank and put it in my account. So 635 of it will go back to my checking account to cover these expenses. And then the remainder, which should be about 1,500 plus that 50, that will go back into my savings account so I can start earning some interest. So that is great. I feel like this is the thickest stack I've had of cash before. It feels really thick. I don't know. Lots of 20s and 10s and 5s actually. Ooh, all right. So yeah, so that is it for this unstuffing video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.